Welcome to Lexington, where the sun shines bright literally and figuratively on their old Kentucky home, and the Big Blue Nation ready to get behind these Wildcats in this one. What a scene this is, a veritable cavalcade of colors, stripe after stripe that they hope leaves the visitors dizzy. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Toledo Rockets, taking on a team from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Wildcats, long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So the Toledo Rockets offense will go on the attack first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes. And
the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, the offense is being aggressive here in their opening possession, trying to throw the ball in the first 2 plays. They went incomplete first down, and now they take a sack on second down. This is not going to script, and they understood it was going to be a challenge against this defense, and I love the fact that they're going to be aggressive trying to throw, but the execution has got to be better.
They boot it away on 4th down. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. So Kentucky's offense will go to work for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Rush is on him. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Here's the handoff. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Gleason. Quick strike complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. And the Rockets are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down. The Rockets kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Here comes the Heat. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, they make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that one.
Snagged in the middle, it's Jones. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
At the 15-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
And the Rockets will have it 1st and 10. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
There's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think it's
incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You got a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That
ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Leaves it with the running back. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They go to the ground. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. And the Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Throws to the tight end. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Long. And he's just run out of bounds, maybe living to fight another day there. It'll be a loss on the play. The Wildcats now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, it's McGowan. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Ball's at the 47, they're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Got it set up on the outside. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down here at the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to pass. It's Gleason. Got the quick pass. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Pulls it in. It's Rudolph. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Now that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field, and they just couldn't hook up on that one.
Going to swing it on second down. This time he's got it.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Rockets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Kentucky sends the offense back out. Field. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, a lot of space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky!
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in here, he got the long touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Jacksonville State overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from home, these Gamecocks gotta be thrilled. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Quarterback adapted. Safe completion on the screen. Crosses the 40. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
The give to the tailback. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
Trying to seal the edge on the right. open spaces. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole, as opposed to when you run.
Touchdown, Toledo. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. The give to the back. It's a seam wide open. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few.
Dashing the knee on the right. There he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky. Once he got some room, it was over.
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Got it in the middle. It's Holly.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And the Rockets are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Gleason. Snagged out of the air. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The Rockets have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pulls it in. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air.
Struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a... Makes the grab past the marker. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on 1st down. Fires left. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Gleason. He's got him this time. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. A little release to the back. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Deep shot for the end zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to...
Going for it all. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. He'll put total leather and get this 2nd half started. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the 1st half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Wildcats can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying to set up the screen. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Motion from the wideout. Power football with the run. It's a running room. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And the defense was not ready for that at all. You see a guy go in motion, you got to have a thought process now as a safety to start coming down, getting ready to make a play on that jet sweep. I would not be surprised if the offense, after getting that 1st down, says, okay, we're going to come back to this, and maybe several more times in this football game.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. They've got it in field goal range, but they'll try to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on fourth down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And that lead grows even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Syracuse is currently trailing. This young star leads a comeback today. He could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Tennessee. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Leaves it with the back. Showing off the arm. He'll get a fresh set of... Stopped at the 31-yard line. Clock ticking away as we have 4 minutes left here in the third. Dropping back, it's Gleason. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Got it in the middle, it's Holly. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else with the ball.
And the Rockets will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Throws from the tight end.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Rockets really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped them in the backfield.
And you can tell that play went nowhere from the start.
It was definitely a great play by that defender.
Oh, yeah, he got in the backfield so quick, the running back had absolutely no chance.
They've got enough for the first down.
The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Working that left side now. That completion gets them inside the 10. Defense is running out of room to defend. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Rockets trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
To throw, it's Osborne. Looking to buy time. Firing to the right, complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Then the red zone, the field starts to shrink as a defense. I don't drop as far in my drop step. I got to understand, I'm getting back quick. That ball is going to come out. Nice job on the defense, reacting to the pass and going and making a physical tackle.
Well, I love the idea by the offense here on third down close to the goal line, trying to get one of their best playmakers in space with the pushbacks. But I love the defense understanding where the ball is, great eye discipline. They rally to it, and they get...
And they will score! Touchdown, Rockets! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. To the ground with the back. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. Kentucky will be forced to punt.
Now, a fourth down.
Wants to return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. They cut into this lead the last time they had it. And now, here in the fourth, a chance to move on top with a score. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Osborne. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe. And how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover 1, man coverage, and you just see how everybody was impressed. When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Wildcats line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Quickly complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Wants to throw on third. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Got his man. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. The Rockets offense is back on the field. When you ride with the freshman quarterback, you have to take the good and take what they've taken today, which is a lot of bad. And you can mark that clash as advantage defense. As corners made plays, really the whole secondary has, David.
They have, and this whole defense has. And this QB, man, he's been very ungood. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like, he just hasn't been the guy that he has the potential to be and hasn't put drives together. And this offense has just sputtered, and it's just one of those days they want to forget.
It's incomplete, and it also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with.
That's the story today in this game. The coverage defensively has been so good. They seem to always be in the back pocket of these intended targets, and they swat another pass away incomplete.
Back to pass, it's Osborne. Gonna take a shot. Holds it in on the left. There he goes. Touchdown, Toledo. A great catch and run for 6.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off his speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got a man. It's Law. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. It's complete. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll try the run. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. 3rd down play from the gun. Got his man. Smashes through the tackle. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. Hard running there. He's got enough for the first. to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. A disappointing start to this season as they open 0-1.
Tough way to start, but you see it so many times throughout a season. People start slow, figure out who they are, get better as the season goes on, and your dream's still very much ahead.
And the sky's not falling right now. You're just 0-1. There's no need to panic. You don't have to try and reinvent the wheel. What you got to do is go back. You got to watch the film. You got to be honest with yourself. Where could you have made better plays? You got to limit the penalties. You got to limit mistakes. This team is talented. They've still got a lot to play for. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out next week.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.